from just outside the perimeter and just inside the perimeter of Atlanta, Georgia, where we're going to have to wait and see as we go back to Nostalgia FC.
Hmm.
Woo!
All you're doing now is just
I'm
whining.
here
Here
for
for it?
it.
All right.
If we
Just
are gonna
whining.
do this, if we're gonna get on board, let's go full soul train. All right. I want MLS 3.0. Go back to the train, the full TIFO. Like, I'm telling you, I love the idea of it right in this moment because Joseph Martinez is available. He scored 14 goals, which is more than Latte and Miguel Almiron combined.
Combined.
And that would have made a difference in our season. Maybe not a playoff difference, but a discernible one. And if we even believe a modicum of the bullshit about Latte being better, we should jump on the opportunity if we can get him for TAM or anything below as a second striker, maybe first striker, maybe side by side, whatever. Maybe he can teach Latte how to get his groove back, or reconnect with Miguel Almiron and make the fusion happen. I am here for that. I I didn't dare to dream, and at first I was very resistant to going full nostalgia, but now I think just let's do it. I'm all in.
Well,
Well, if
that's
anyone remembers, yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it too. If anyone remembers at the beginning of last season when I was like, hey, if you want to put butts back in seats, bring Miggy back. And they did, and it worked for about 5 games. And then we started, playing absolutely like shit. But I'm telling you, you bring back the triple combination, the triple threat that is Miggy, Tata Martino, and Joseph. I don't know. It might bring a lot of butts back.
And I like the other
Bring that bootleg
pieces. I
back.
like the other pieces behind that. I like that we've got Barto. I feel like Jay is going to be better coming back.
Jay
I
will be
hope,
great
and
as long as there's a decent.
I actually liked what I was seeing out of Alexi at the end of the season. And I know I joked about him and Miggy having two left foots making a right, but it was starting to sort of come together. Um, and maybe with a coach that knows how to utilize these pieces,
Mhm.
who won't square peg round hole everybody. Um, I don't know.
Well,
Like
I think
it
something else too
it
that's
could be
been
awful, but
well, it could be terrible. I think what's been lacking is like a true connection, maybe in the locker room. So maybe that's something that Tata can rekindle. Just having a couple people know him.
maybe.
We don't know in what capacity Goose will be in there, but it should, even if he's in the locker room, maybe the three of them can figure out a way to translate the magic. I mean I that we had. I don't mean it quite literally translate, but I mean that will have to happen. But I mean,
Maybe.
we didn't want the three of them to leave. I want to make sure that that's utterly clear, at least for me. I never wanted Tata to leave. I know that he had kind of a storied past with Boca, but I didn't want Miggy to leave either, and I didn't really want Joseph to leave, but he just wasn't happy here, and it wasn't working. He wasn't working here, so
and it
maybe
made
we
sense
can
for them to
find
go at all
something.
the times that they did.
Yeah, and it did. And what I'm saying is like I'm my biggest thing right now, because I know that I haven't been able to do much this season, and I think it's important for me to kind of use a little bit of perspective that I'm getting is it's not about going back, it's about creating something new. So there's nothing wrong with having a player who used to play here, or a coach that coached here once before, coming here and starting something new. It just happens to be that they were already here. It's not going back, it's looking forward with something new. It just happens to be that we know who they are already.
If your criticism has been that we didn't have an identity, which I've heard and tried to
A lot.
resist, but
Yeah.
truthfully, you guys were right,
Hmm.
Glenn, you and Jen, for talking about it. You're right.
We've
We
been
didn't
saying it
know
for
what dial a
years,
ball was. We
unfortunately.
didn't have an identity. Well, there's one thing that we know that this team will have, and that's an identity. There's no Tata Martino team that doesn't have an identity. Now,
Sure.
we could be the Mexican national team in the expectations bucket, or we could be our 2018 selves or some other
Or something
iteration
else
of it.
entirely.
But
Or something else at all.
it feels like something that if your criticism is we haven't had an identity and I want to get back to somebody that gets it and cares about the crest, etc., it's a testament to what kind of connection, a lot of times in sports, like you as a fan, you feel certain things about players or teams or moments because of like that connection. But sometimes you wonder like if the players or the coaches, like you don't really want to like believe that they feel like the same way. Like you want to be realistic. People move on. It's a profession, it's a job, kind of thing. There is something there, but sometimes there's a real connection where the two come together. And I feel like with those 3, I think it's genuine.
Yeah, of
And I think that's why it's
course
so
it is.
easy to get on board with the idea of it
Well,
because it feels authentic.
that's
And I can't wait, and I cannot wait to wear a preppy sweater over my shoulders on the first game back. I can't wait to do that.
well, you all have pretty much hit on every topic in just the intro.
Ha.
Hello,
Ah.
everyone.
Well, now we can
It's
expand,
It
okay,
is the
right?
Fun
Glenn.
Takes
Now, but
podcast.
no,
We
no,
are
no, no, no,
back.
no. Now we
We
now
are
we argue
back.
the other side.
I will
The
never
other
get to a
side
proper intro. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. I sat there
on
patiently
the
for
No
Is
10
Takes
the
minutes.
podcast.
proper intro. What does
You
that
literally said
mean
in the chat,
anyway?
no script. And I said, yay, no takes podcast. And
It-
now
it-
you're
it-
like,
yes, but
Mm-mm.
still, it'd be nice for the people out there who aren't watching or just listening to know that it's myself, Glenn. Hello, Kat is back with us tonight, and
I'm
and and
back,
and
baby.
and Amy is here. Jennifer is on another video date with some other pod. No, I don't think it's a pod. I think it's
I don't
just
think it's a pod. I think it's a boy.
yeah, boy. All right, fine. We'll allow it. We'll allow it. We're talking about a better boy here, anyhow. Um, look, he probably could have just walked Tata out after the final whistle. This was always probably going to happen. It makes sense. Hendo, right? Relationship there better
Yep.
than what it was with Boca. It's easy.
Which was
It's
always
simple.
very
Like
strained,
you
evidently.
need to make a change fast. You can't announce this in December. Like you
Mhm.
need to do it now, and that's the easy way. Do I wish it kind of had been for Savarese? Yeah, for a couple reasons. Long term, right? This is through 2027, and that's going to be it, right? Like
Yeah.
let's be real. It's not going past that.
Yeah, that's it.
And we just have to hope that he can sort of hit the reset button on the culture, and that we then don't throw it out the window the next time, and truly rebuild on the rebuilding and continue that. Then I feel like we've now completed the demo. We're torn down. Still have some to go with player movements and stuff, but I do find it curious in some ways. It makes sense in some ways. It's curious in others that I know Tata loves a project, but this project's kind of already built. If we're going to take Hendo at his word, the DPs aren't changing.
Yeah, but I don't think
No,
it is built.
I
I
don't
think
think it's
we're
built.
as close. We're as close
But
to a
what can
starting zero as
But what can
a
you?
club can
There
get.
are 6 things you can change in MLS to really dramatically affect a team.
Okay.
TD or sporting director,
Okay.
however you want to coin it. Coach,
Which is new.
CEO, 3 DPs.
Okay.
We've made one change. The team doesn't change. 1 out of 6. It doesn't. It just doesn't. We can add some other good pieces.
I mean, look,
but
I will admit that I'm fully ahead of myself on the Josephs coming back, but since I spoke Tata into
you know
existence,
who
I'm
else is
calling that.
available?
Okay. And listen, and
Who?
listen, and listen, and listen.
All right,
Okay.
let Amy
Here
go
it is.
first.
This
All
is
right.
my other Facebook conspiracy theory, okay?
Do
All right,
tell,
look,
darling.
Tata coming in for 2 years is perfect because maybe he is the one guy that could get Rob Valentino to come back. He soaks in the remaining Tata mojo
No.
and
Rob is in a good
emerges as the
position
next
with
Tata
no,
Bielsa
never.
head of Atlanta United 2 years
Bielsa.
from now.
Oh my god. Bring his bucket. Yeah.
Pull
No.
it off the tree.
Yeah. I don't think so. Rob's in a good position with the
I
national team.
know, I
and
know.
I'm happy for him.
But but if I get to like throw coins in a well and make wishes, there you go. I just
well, here's another wish
threw
you
that
could
out
make.
there.
There is another player available.
Who?
Who's that?
Baby Blue Eyes, Franco Escobar.
Ooh, you could
Really?
get part of La Banda
Look,
back.
if you wanted to make a lower cost move that's still impactful, okay,
Not a bad one.
playoff
Not a bad
Escobar,
one.
Mr. Playoffs, right?
Mr.
We all remember
Playoffs.
this,
Yeah.
and beyond. It wasn't just um, yeah. And look, I guess I need to make the
And we'll have
argument:
a
don't
different
fix what ain't
keeper, so the
broken. And,
chances that he's also gonna get concussed twice is very low.
true, fair
It's
enough.
very low.
Look, here's my big takeaway from the whole signing of Tata. I think it's damning no matter what. I hope it's
Mhm.
successful. I really do. I love it. Bring the cape back. I'm here for it.
Mhm.
But it's damning either way because let's say it is
It
successful.
is a little
Let's
bit.
say it's successful. And successful for me
Mhm.
would be playoffs, deep run, right? Good play throughout the
Sure.
year, steady, no ups and downs, no 5-0
Right.
losses, shit like that,
Yeah.
right?
Nice, solid middle
Yeah,
of the table
yeah,
and up.
yeah. Fifth, fourth place, something like
Deep
that.
top. Yeah.
Good
Just
play,
competitive. Everything that we
entertaining
wanted last
football.
year.
We recognize our team.
Yes.
That's
Just
success for me.
competitive all year
Titanic
long.
So
playoffs, I would love
let's say
a
that
home
happens.
playoff.
Let's say it happens.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
then the only way to make that happen was to go backwards. That's pretty damning that we couldn't get it right until we go back. And let's play it out the other way. Say it doesn't.
But that's what I'm
Let's
trying to
say it
say
doesn't
is that
work. What if it doesn't
it's
work?
not going back. It's not the
But
same
that's
team. It's
fair.
not going
I'm
back.
not discounting
It's a
your point
different
of view. I'm
director.
just
It's
saying
different. It's different. This is
it's
different. That
fine.
it's not
I'm
the
just saying
same.
for me it feels like that because, what was our
I mean,
solution? We had to go back to what worked before. And I'm not saying you can't do that. I just feel like it's kind of damning that we couldn't figure it out without him.
well, look, I hear you on
Yeah.
that, and I know that bringing Miggy back, but the whole point is that if it was like 1 year and then we bring him back, but there's been a lot
It's
of
fair.
time.
I hear you.
Like
Yeah.
Miggy went and
You're
experienced all
right.
the things that he experienced playing in
Mm-hmm.
Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and Tata has had 2 different positions since then. Things have
Joseph
been
is
learned.
playing with Messi, and
Yes.
Joseph,
you
yeah,
I
know,
get you.
that's
It's
what I'm
not
two other
exactly the
teams.
same. It's just like it's just a perspective. It's just a point of view.
Well, here's what I would like too. Here's what I would like, okay,
Yeah.
is that the circumstances are different now in the sense that, okay, so we have him for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I would, because we know that this time, I would maybe like Tata to be involved in his successor after
Yes,
him.
whoever
Right.
that's gonna be.
That he brings him, that we're able to bring in, if it's who was it that you wanted, Glenn?
Severese.
Savarese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gio.
So if that's an option, maybe that conversation could even start beginning of next season,
Sure.
kind of
Tata
like,
for
when I wanted,
CEO.
like how I wanted Goose to be involved in the training and the, and everything
Maybe
of our next,
I do
club keeper.
I do
So
think he'll have more say so, more freedom working with Hendo and Hendo alone, because Garth isn't here.
true.
Than he
And
did with
also, there are other
Hoka.
front office people that were here building the
That's
culture
true.
that are
And
here, and I
you'll
think
recognize
that's
that and maybe be all on the same
meaningful
page
too.
and defer more, Jim.
So
So
that's what I'm
it is
saying is that
possible,
yes,
but then
yes, it's familiar.
right.
Yes, it's the same, but no, I'm saying it's not the same, but yes, it is familiar. And I understand what you mean about going back, but it's not the
Fair.
same. This is new.
It's
This is
fair.
brand new.
I
Because
don't I
Mickey isn't
don't
the
feel like
same.
But then
it's
play
Mickey
it
wasn't the
out
same
the
when he came
other
back.
way. What
like I
if
don't feel like
it doesn't
I don't
work? What if
I don't
it
feel like it's
doesn't?
going
But what
Then
backwards
if
we
it
though.
then we
I
doesn't?
haven't
get
already
it.
lost
But
anything. We're
I
already
get
at the
it.
but no,
fucking bottom.
that's why I'm saying it's damning either way for me.
Look,
For that reason. And
okay.
then if it doesn't work, God forbid it doesn't work, what in the world do we do now? You know what I
Dude,
mean?
we're grasping. We're already grasping. We're
But this
grasping
is
as it
the
is.
last grasp. Like you
Honestly,
don't come back
And
from
then in 2
this.
years, we're gonna be saying that again. If it's shit, if all of this is shit, we're gonna be saying this was the last chance. Well, it's not.
look,
They're not.
It
We're not
feels
gonna
like
sell a
that.
no,
team.
you're just gonna move on to the next thing, and it's gonna be if Garth is somehow
But
Yeah.
still
it's
around, he'll
it,
be the first one, and
look, will
then
the
I would
team
call for scouting
evaporate?
to be number
Will
2.
the team evaporate? No. Will the fan base
No.
No,
totally evaporate if it's a failure this year?
no,
No.
No.
But
no, not as long
will it
as there's a
experience
culture to be there
irreparable
for.
harm? Yeah. Yeah, it will. Yeah. You
What
thought
we're
people have already checked out. We've already seen it. We've already
Yeah, but
seen
it's
the
not
negative
irreparable.
impacts. this would be for me. It's just an opinion, guys. It's okay. You
I
know,
know.
You know, I
y'all are saying
think that a
absolute
lot of
facts. I'm
us,
just
at
saying,
least I can
you know,
I can only speak for the Atlanta natives,
yeah,
but I feel that I've been
yeah,
burnished by a lot of hard years as an Atlanta sports fan.
yeah.
And so it's going to take a lot more than what
Mm,
I've seen. Has it been painful? Absolutely. But I've watched the Atlanta Falcons my whole life, and
jeez.
they've not always
But
been
here's with the Falcons.
mediocre.
They find
And
new and creative ways to lose. Let's miss an extra
oh, it's
point.
fascinating. It is fascinating. It's like Wile E. Coyote. Okay.
Jeez, man.
Um, but
Snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Really, like
it so
unbelievable.
and for years the Georgia
Okay,
Bulldogs would
Cleveland
do the
Browns
same
fans.
things
Oh,
before
they're
they
just terrible.
didn't.
I know.
And the Braves, while they won 14, league whatevers in a row, only
Mhm.
got the one World Series, okay? So, I'm not
Mm,
Too.
I think as
yeah,
I
too.
think as long as we're not in wooden spoon territory, like if we're even just in a play-in game after this season, I think
Mhm.
it's an upward trajectory,
Maybe if the
and then
spoon
maybe
just
you
has
can
like a
unsettle
little.
and then maybe we can unsaddle
It's a
ourselves from
metal
the
spoon, but it's got a wooden
A
handle.
slotted spoon,
It's got a wooden
right?
handle though, like it's half and half.
But Glenn, don't you think that it's possible that it may take even the great Tata a year because
One
of the
thousand
salaries that you saw
percent.
and how
One.
you
Yeah.
felt about
This was
the
not a
weights?
turnaround. This is. I just want to be entertained this season. If he can pull that off, and
Mhm.
he can make us competitive and look like the players are committed and care and really want it, and we see some cohesion, some ideas, some progression. That was my big thing this year. There was no progression, none, zero regression at best, or at worst, and just stale at best. That's what I want out of this era. My expectations are not that high. Entertain me, show me some
Yeah.
ideas, show me an identity that we are progressing towards,
Yeah.
and that's really it. And continue on that. I think it will be interesting if we're able to do those things, and God willing, Garth gets well. That soccer, least important thing. Your boy, Klopp said
Well, if he's
that.
not involved,
I'm
in the
wondering if
next
it
few
is
years,
successful. Like, how does he come back? You weren't part of that success. You know what I mean? I'm still
that's what I
advocating
mean,
for
yeah.
Garth to.
We
I
don't
think he
we
needs to bow
don't
out.
know.
No, he's out. He's not
He's out
he's
now.
not texting from bed. I think when
Yeah.
he says, like, and he should make that abundantly clear.
Mhm.
Like, fuck this
Yeah.
shit. Like, go take care of yourself. You're fighting for your life, bro.
Mm.
Like,
Mhm.
go. But if that goes well, and this goes well, I think it's a bit odd to come back in and go, oh, what a nice place. I like what you guys did with it. Um, yeah,
I think it's probably just a precursor to retirement. I mean, unless, because even if he's able to, fix his health and everything, if it's in any way successful, I don't think you can bring him back.
that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't
And
make any
also
sense at
cancer.
all.
I mean, I thankfully haven't had to deal with it, but everybody knows somebody who has. I've had family that have
Sure.
succumb, and I've had family and friends who have fought and survived. And for those, it changes you. It changes your perspective on life and
So
Sure.
priorities, and that might happen for him, and he might not want to come back. I
s-
don't know.
Maybe right.
so can't it go something like this then? I mean, picture this, and I know this is probably more drawn out than you see
Okay.
it
I'm
playing, and,
picturing.
and it's okay if there's an interim,
Okay.
but Garth is where he is, but he's in the shadows because he's in treatment, etc.
Mhm.
Tata's here for 2027. You
Okay.
identify his successor.
Mhm.
Tata steps in and is new Garth
Yeah,
next to him.
yeah, I could totally see it. Tata CEO.
And
Interesting.
then we bring in whoever's the next coach. And that's how you build the Bobby Cox Braves legacy that Jen was talking to us
Well,
That's a
about.
very interesting. That's a very
That's how you
that's
start
that's
that
almost
first
consistency.
something I
brick.
could chew on a little bit, like that
Now,
that has some substance
I
to
don't
it.
know
That's
if Tata
interesting.
would really be
If
interested in
if
the man.
Tata can convince Mrs. Tata to live in Atlanta. That's a big
I
if.
do I do
I
like
think you'd like the culture
the
here.
idea of if this is successful, of Tata being deeply involved with the journey afterwards. You know, where we go once he's done here, and not just peace out, good luck. And I hope whoever is running this club, Garth or anyone else, or if it's Hendo or whoever, um, Boca comes back. No,
Fuck off with
no,
that.
no, not happening. He's moved into a similar area that I've
Thank
moved into.
you.
He's moved into real
I'm
estate
good.
as well.
Yeah. No thanks.
So
I'm good.
yeah. I like the idea very much of that person that is successful, and that would be successful on a historic level. I mean, we have been piss poor for ever since. I mean, except for the De
Mhm.
Boer year, which give him credit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we should then listen to him if this goes well,
Mhm.
like intently, every word, you know,
Mhm.
and build from that. So 100%, whatever capacity that is, whether that's, you know, just advisory, ambassadory, whatever it
Mhm.
is. Yeah,
Ambassadorial.
I would want his say. I would value his opinion
Yeah.
beyond his contractual obligation, his time, and pay the man. Pay the man.
Well, this is what he said. I want to thank Arthur and Chris for the opportunity to return to the club and a city where we hold wonderful memories and maintain great relationships. This is a different project than my first stint with the club. However, with great ownership and the collaboration of the players, which I love, bring the players in and give them part of the ideas. Collaboration of the players, coaching staff, and everyone at the club, our objective will always be to form a winning team that makes our fans feel proud and well represented every time they go to the Bends.
Your
So
lips to God's ears. We just want to
That is
feel
the best
proud.
follow-up to that
his
Goose
lips to
speech
my
that they've
lips. Let's
given.
go.
Man.
That's the best follow-up to the Goose speech that they've given, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
look, I know that we all have these great feelings about those seasons, but of all the press releases and all the things that came out today, and yesterday about this,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
um, the thing that struck me was I knew that those seasons were special, like, they felt different, they felt like nothing I had ever experienced in sports before, and when
Totally
I
agree.
read these stats, just these couple, I was like, "Wow," like, it really was not just in my head, because
Mm-hmm.
under his watch over 2 seasons, Atlanta recorded the most points, 124,
Hmm.
most goals, 140, and the best goal differential, plus 56 in MLS, and became just the second team in league history at the time
This
to
is
score 70 plus
historic.
goals in
Mm-hmm.
back-to-back seasons.
Back-to-back seasons.
No
Okay?
doubt.
Yeah.
That's
Real
it was
stats.
historic what he did with and what Joseph Martinez did and what that group of players and the staff and everybody around them did. So if I don't think that this is us going backwards so much as us trying to you know, chisel out from under the rubble and find our core, our base again to
Mm-hmm.
rebuild.
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of like the, whatever you would call like the center block in a building or whatever, like that sort of special place.
A
And you're,
foundational
Keystone.
you're,
Yeah.
piece. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
yeah, you're laying that down and saying, okay, here, this is where we're going to measure ourselves from this
Mm-hmm.
point forward. And these are the guys that are going to light that and help us
Yeah.
identify the people that are going to bring it in. And I think that with that meeting the academy products that we are now seeing maturing and some of the timing of that and the
Mm-hmm.
possibility of blending some of that veteran leadership or veteran just caring, with some of the talent that we have, and then maybe we stop this Almiron captain project and we hand Bartow the captain's band. Um,
I think
and
Barto's
it
going to
could be
get
it
on.
could be a totally different attitude of a
It
team.
could be.
Like overnight,
It could
it could
be.
be a totally
I
different
think
attitude of a
Barto
team.
and Tata will get on really well, actually. That's
I think so
Absolutely.
personality.
too. No,
Tata
I think so
loves a
too.
bulldog.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, look at
He
like Eric
always had a
Remedi and
bulldog. He'd
yeah.
have two if he could.
Hmm.
Yeah.
all the time.
I used to call Eric Rometti the pit bull, and I know him and Tata
Hey,
got along
The
great.
speaking of
the thick fielder is what we called
The
him.
thick fielder.
speaking
Yes,
of
Yes.
because he was like
Love
big,
that. Oh,
man.
yeah. He was a
And then
very
and then he
broad
did the
shouldered
and
dude.
then he did the shimmy. That was iconic.
speaking of dogs, you want to
Yeah.
bring a dog back into this too? Another Spike?
Hmm. Could.
Times were good when there was a dog.
They were.
I know we've tried
They were
puppy
good.
therapy at the training ground earlier this season and go-karts and what have you, and that didn't really work.
I do have like a jersey from the golden one or whatever that has Spike that I attempted to have him stamp with the paw. It didn't go quite as planned, but it was entertaining and a great story.
Mm.
But
So,
yeah, it was
and
fun.
I have a slight confession to make. So I took Sparrow to her first game, which was the first match of this past season, and then I also took her to the game to the match where I carried the Spike. But the first match that she went to, we went up to the team store because she wanted to see what was there and yada yada. And they had little stuffed spikes all over. Okay. So here's the thing. We get to the front of the line and she can't scan it. There's nothing on it to scan. It was just a dog with an Atlanta United jersey on it. There's no tag on it. There's nothing. And she just goes, and this
Nice.
just waves me away because first match of the season, it's always like a madhouse in there.
Hmm.
And in this particular sense, it was literally like I was having to like walk Sparrow in front of me because she's
That's
like,
cool.
I'm just like trying to hold on to her, and she's just like I went to walk up with this thing, and it's in the like the little side register. It wasn't even at the front, and she was just like I was like, she goes,
That's cool.
just waved me on
That's
like,
cool.
and so Sparrow's got a free spike.
Well, we'll have to bring her back this season, Tata. I mean, energy
Yeah.
should be in the building. You still got to deliver. I mean, that it only goes so far.
Yeah, and winning the first match or even the second or even like the third, it needs to be like
But
there.
yeah,
It just needs to be good
and
football again. God damn it.
I'll say this: if it does happen, and it is the biggest of ifs, if Joseph does come back in some capacity, high
He walks
level
in that
TAM or
building.
DP or whatever,
Yes.
that building will
I don't
be
want him as a DP personally.
the
That's just me,
opening
but yeah.
game will be packed. Like
Yeah.
packed house that we haven't seen since
hmm
18, 19.
Oh,
That's a
and
dream.
if there and even by
If.
some
Biggest of ifs, right?
crazy twist of fate, there's some kind of Miggy Joseph assist to score.
You need to sell the rest of those
Holy
jerseys
the
that nobody
fucking
wants.
roof
Bring
will,
Joseph.
Look, I mean,
the roof will come off of that place. Is all I'm saying.
it's all about the fusion. It's all about the
Mhm.
fusion.
I'm watching the little promo video right now.
Dare
for
we
Tata,
try
and
to
it
catch
says, "Let
lightning
me
in a
tell you
bottle
about a
twice?
story."
Yeah.
I love this. Let me tell you a story about a club, and that's how it kind of begins. And it's got me a little in my feels.
Yeah, it's nice. It feels genuine from him, and I think it is. I think he has deep affection
I think
for
it
this
is too.
city and the
It wasn't
club.
disingenuous when he left. Everybody was bummed, but everybody understood. You get the opportunity for a national team position. Everybody understood that. I mean, I don't think anybody held, and he wasn't. Look, I think a really good comparison is the Trent Alexander-Arnold being booed during the Liverpool Real Madrid match the other day. Some people were saying that it's absolutely disgusting, and I'm like, look, here's the thing: it wasn't that Trent left; it was the manner in which he left. Okay, Tata didn't do anything
Did Trent
nefarious when
really
he
leave
left.
that badly? Well, I digress. We don't
Yes,
need
he did. I'll explain that later.
we don't need to
That's a
get into it.
story for a different podcast. I could do
I
35
don't
minutes
think
on
he.
that.
But
But
anyhow,
what I mean is that Tata leaving when he left was never out of a disrespect or a lack of love for this club. It was just about, like you said, we knew what he was about when he signed on for
Mhm.
us. It was about, that's what he does. It was time
We
for
all
a new
knew. We all
project.
knew.
And we knew it going in. And I mean, it was a bummer. We're like, oh, but we had such a thing going. So yeah, it kind of sucked a little bit, but we all knew what we
Look,
were getting into
And we know
there.
what we're getting
we
into now
we
too.
like him, and
We know what we're getting
we
into
like him.
now.
And it seems like players like him, and all of that, and that's all great. But that's not to say that playing under him is easy, and I think
Yeah.
that the style
Mhm.
and the way that Tata builds is something that also, if you experience for too long with the same
Hmm.
people, it doesn't quite work, right?
And
So
players didn't get along with
I
him
think that's just kinda
entirely. You know, like there
Mhm.
we
yeah.
we rose tinted lenses. I get it because of what
I
was
mean, sure.
achieved, but it wasn't all
Yeah,
sweetness and light.
I would say MLS Cup tinted
Yeah, of
glasses,
course.
but,
But there were disagreements. Let's be
Mhm.
real. You know,
Absolutely.
trophies do wonders. Um, so
They
just
sure
curb your
do.
expectations a little bit, but
Mhm.
um, yeah, I mean, I'm I'm okay with it. I do want for me it does feel like going back. I know that that's just how it feels for me. And
It's
you're
okay.
totally fair in how you're feeling about it too. And I hear you. Like, yeah, there's definitely a perspective and argument to be made there.
Yeah. But we do know
And
it's a very it's a there's an end
yeah,
line.
there is. And it's look, it's even if it feels like going back, even if it feels nostalgic, it's not without merit either, though. Like there are reasons
Yeah,
for this. You know, there are plenty of
sure.
reasons it makes sense. Like he knows the club, knows the city, has an
Mhm.
identity, can build, likes a project, relationship with Hendo, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah,
Like,
Also, he's
yeah.
gonna be here when the World Cup is here, and Tata
true,
is, you
very true.
know, I mean, there's just a lot of things going on, I think, that make a lot of
Yeah. And
sense,
I think I
or
see
at
less
least make it
negatives than
yeah.
positives.
Yeah,
So,
okay, well, let's end with that
we're gonna see.
on we're going with more
Yeah,
positives
less
than
less
negatives.
negatives than
You
positive.
know, um,
Yeah, that's about all we've got
yeah, that's
right
about all we
now.
got.
Like
We'll come back when Joseph's announced.
We rode the train to the bottom,
Yeah,
and
we did, man.
that's
That's what
cool.
I'm saying. You were like, "Oh, well, we can't go back." I'm like,
look,
"We're
man,
kind of as far down as we could get,"
Tata
you know?
is
I'm saying, going up.
already a legend. Maybe he risks a little bit of that if it goes badly here. But
Um,
let's end
maybe.
what we're ending with positivity, right? Let's
That's
end with
right.
this.
Mhm,
Goes well, win a
Mhm.
trophy or two.
Mm.
The man is a god. Like you did it
Mhm.
twice. Like you're
mhm,
Mhm.
beyond reproach forever. Key to the city. Like Tata for
mhm.
Yeah,
president. You know, like
for
you
Atlanta
like you
United
are
president.
already this. I don't know what the word is above legend. I don't know. But
He's
we'll
Bobby
have,
Cox. You let him coach as long as he damn wants to.
I
That's
mean,
what he
it would be incredible and another like defining thing. Like he did something, showed MLS something that had never been shown. This has never been done either. So it's another chance
Having the
to
same
set another
coach
marker.
win,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't think
Interesting.
well, there might have been at Galaxy going back. Gut
I'd
check
have
me.
to
It
look
could
that
have
one up.
happened in like MLS
There are
1.0.
coaches that have won it more than one.
Well, not going back to the club is what I
But
mean.
yeah,
Oh, got it,
leaving,
going
coming
back to
Coming
the
back,
back
club.
winning
in
something. It
MLS.
would be unprecedented and it would be no one had ever
I
done it
don't think
before,
so.
you
I mean, I'm
know.
not gonna say it for 100%. I'll do some research and
Okay.
take a look, but not right now.
All
Right
right.
now, I think we're gonna call it. Yeah, we good? Anything?
Yeah.
Any other final little thoughts you want to get out, or we good? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
We'll
All right.
see FC.
And oh boy, what a club!
Yeah.
What what a city! What a sports city, huh, y'all? We're here.
Yeah,
We're still
we're
here.
used to it.
Yeah.
You're still a transplant. We're used to
Oh,
it.
yeah, but I got the
Mhm.
I have officially crossed over you know, this year more years out
Uh-huh.
of Ohio than in. So I'm
Hey, good
trending
for
towards
You
the
you.
good.
know
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
you know,
appreciate it.
the equivalent to this is like this bit that George Carlin had that was one of my favorite of his bits, where he
Okay.
talked about how none of the kids in his neighborhood had polio. He was
Okay.
like, "None of us had polio because we swam in the Hudson River." He's like, "We were just like,
Mmm,
it n the
delicious.
polio never had a chance because we swam in raw sewage," you know? And
Yeah, I like to say our immune
I
systems
kind
are
of
better
am,
because we
like,
drank from a hose.
feeling like there's just something there that feels like what we've just been through, and it's making me feel like maybe we come out of it like, "Yeah, we smelled like shit, but we're stronger, we're resilient, we're coming back, and maybe it'll be infectious that I'm
It
done."
Yeah,
And
there you go.
I,
And
I,
20 years from now, we'll be the
and we're
ones that'll be like, "You young whippersnappers don't
yeah,
remember what it was like during the 2025
we're
season."
desperate for it. Desperation, as
I'm gonna
they
get
say,
razzed
is
for
a
that.
stinky
That's a good
cologne.
one. That was good.
So
Ooh.
we'll see.
All
Yeah.
right, we'll see
All
at
right.
sea.
All right, guys.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening and supporting us and Fan TV and yourselves and everybody else out there and
Yeah.
Masonville too, even though we didn't shout them out on this pod, but thank you for supporting them. And then we'll probably be back in another week or so if there's other major breaking news,
Major
major
announcements. Yes.
announcements. We'll come on for that. But we are still going to do a five-a-side coming up of where all the five stripes gone, catching up where all the players, former players, unless they've come back by that point, are and what they're up to. So we will be back in like a week or two's time. Till then, y'all be good. We
You could
will.
blend those two things. Where are the players and which ones could come back? That could be an interesting.
I swear to you, as long as Amy is on this pod, I will never get an intro. I will never get an outro. Y'all be good. We will be back.
Meow.